And oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, so Susie, thank you so much for all of your support and just with any kind of meditation that you've done with Tria Stars. Just to review the questions quickly again, and anybody that wants to share, let's just do a thumbs up if you want to share, and then I'll go from there. I know it can be nerve-wracking to be the first one on the mic, but again, there's no judgment here. So we had picked sorry, just go back here. Things that you're grateful for, 1 to 3 things. Define self-compassion. What healthy habits provide you with a quality of life, and share a happy or funny memory. So I saw that is it I have MKP Ontario. Is that saw your thumbs up there.
Sorry, I forgot to change it when I went, because I went to a different room.
Okay.
But what am I grateful for? Well, abundance of food, money. I'm in a long-term relationship that we've been together almost 37 years. And I had the good fortune of medical technology providing me with a mechanical aortic valve and a pacemaker. So I'm still here for, they put some more mileage back on my car.
Oh, that's awesome.
So compassion, not beating myself up. Because of my leg issue, which I'm waiting for surgery for, I'm working from home, and I do pedicures and osteopathy to help with my discomfort. And happy or fun memory. My aunt passed away recently, and we had a chance to spend time with her a couple of days before she passed. And I have a very modern belief in spirituality. So we were talking about who'd be waiting for her and all these other people. And the really fun part was she had a naughty boyfriend, a bad boy boyfriend when she was much younger that I knew about. So I said, even Jerry's going to be waiting there for you. Big smile. And so happy, sad, but it was a good story.
No, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing and being the first person. I know it could be a little bit intimidating or even nervous, but again, it's a safe space. Ask Susie, we've been doing this, and even with Seth, just doing this for so many years, and even just throughout the pandemic, we used to do this out in the community in cafes, and we just hopped it onto Zoom, and it's a lot more accessible and a lot more fun this way. Just people around the world can join.
I'll have to hook up with you sometime because I'm involved with Mankind Project.
Okay.
So spending time on meetings is and Zoom especially. It'd be really nice to hook up with yourself and to even do a wee session with a group of men.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been to so many events, and it's a free service. So anytime you want me to hop in, just send me an email, and the info's there.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Thank
Thanks so
you.
much, Megan, for sharing. Anybody else got a thumbs up or a hand that they want to share? I'm just we're doing by emojis, or okay, go ahead, Seth.
Morning, everyone. Thank you for sharing that with us too. I appreciate that. I'll just kind of go through my list just to kind of share with everyone. 3 things I'm grateful for is my health, although I've been sick on and off since Christmas, my family, and my job. I know that there's so many people out there that struggle with the lack of family, so I really appreciate what I have. And my job, I do a number of things. I work for the AIDS Committee here in North Bay, Ontario, with the vulnerable and homelessness and addiction. And I also run a nonprofit organization that supports youth and youth at risk. So I'm grateful for those opportunities. Define self-compassion. For me, it's being kind and understanding towards ourselves when we suffer, fail, or feel inadequate, is what I was feeling this morning. So that's what I put down. Healthy habits for quality of life for me, it's as much time as I can spend outdoors. I love tapping into nature. It makes me feel very peaceful inside and out. I feel like I get an opportunity to connect with many different things, sounds, touches, smells. I just had mentioned, senses, and I really tap into that. So I enjoy the outdoors. Eating mindful, and spending quality time with people that fill my cup. I'm very mindful of how I spend my time and where invest my energy. Um, and I feel like when I'm surrounded by good, positive people, I'm able to maintain that same mindset. So I try to attract what I am expecting out of myself from others. And to share a happy memory is the day I received my legal name change. And that was probably something that I won't forget. So thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much for sharing. I feel like in these community events, I see more of Seth, my sibling, than I do because he's way up north and I'm in Hamilton. So it's nice to see you, Seth. um, Susie, I saw your hand up.
Thank you for sharing, Seth. I think you guys have the same dimples too. When you smile, yeah. And I really enjoy, I follow Out Loud on Facebook, and I really enjoy seeing how much it's progressed over the years too. All of the different things that they're offering now. It's amazing. So great job. Let's see, I'm grateful for family and good friends. They make me feel loved, and in return, I get to love them back. Health. I'm blessed to be in good health at this time, and I do not take it for granted because I know anything can happen at any time. Sunshine. We live in Southern Ontario. I live in Southern Ontario, so I appreciate sunshine, especially in the winter. This past weekend, Saturday, I was soaking it up. I feel restored and recharged. For self-care, I practice it by talking to myself, treating myself, and setting the same expectations for myself that I would set for my best friend. And when I hear my best friend saying unkind things about themselves, I ask them, would you say that to me? And I think that's important, that we talk to ourselves as nicely as we would talk to someone we really care about, because, we do care about ourselves, or we should try. Healthy habits, eating good food, sometimes too much of it, and then taking the time to really truly enjoy it, and even enjoying the prep part of it. Moving my body either through yoga or other types of working out, sometimes just going for a walk. Getting outside and connecting with people and nature is super important. And I can tell when I haven't done that because I get a little boopity bop. I don't know. That's the best way to describe it. It's just like, I'm not myself. Happy and happy or funny moment. It's kind of both. The day my husband proposed, it was quite unexpected. We were in Cape Breton, and I was sitting on the ground, which was kind of wet. I was on my jacket and I was gazing out at the ocean. It was just lovely. And then he bumbles up and I'm like, oh man, he's ruining my zen. And then he got down on one knee, and I looked at him and said, what the bleep are you doing? Stand up, your knee is going to get dirty. And he continued. I'm not sure why. So yeah, I'm pretty romantic. And admittedly, he had been acting strange that day, but I just thought he had had too much. He had indigestion because he had a big lunch. So, but that was my happy, funny moment combined.
Awesome. Thanks so much for sharing. I can see all of us smiling over here for you. Anybody else want to share? Do a thumbs up, even if it's one topic and you want to quickly share about like one of them or two or number 3 or number 4, even if you want to share one of the 4, all 4. I'm flipping I'm on my phone, so I got to see side to side here.
I can share.
Okay, go ahead, Tina.
Okay, so 3 things that I'm grateful for: family and friends, my work, and my health. Defining self-compassion, really how I would define it is just being kind to yourself, and it's just, and that's always a constant reminder. That's sort of my, is to be kind to yourself. Um, in terms of healthy habits, I would say there's a lot of things that interest me, and I think that's something I've always believed. Having viewed my parents aging as well as other people's aging, that the two most important things is to stay active physically and mentally, and be very social. When I've compared different, couples, the ones who seem to be the youngest and the most vital, regardless of their age, are those who follow that. And I was very fortunate that my parents were like that. So maintaining work and varied work really has helped me, as well as I've got a lot of different interests that I do. So, I enjoy yoga and meditating, and I started doing djembe drumming a while ago, and love it. I'm just getting back into line dancing. I was like diehard for many years, so I'm just getting back into those kinds of things. So there's a lot of different things that I enjoy doing, as well as socializing. So really focusing on taking the time out to hang out with friends every now and then. So those are all things that are really important, I think, in order to maintain that, healthy, so those healthy habits. And then in terms of a happy and fun memory, I think for me, so when the year I was turning 50, 5 friends and I all decided to go to Vegas to celebrate our 50th, and they're friends that go back to high school. So we were, 6 high school friends all going there. We had many, many adventures in that, few days that we were there. Probably the one that I can share, can't share them all, but one that I can share is one of the friends needed a scooter to get around, and anybody who's been to Vegas knows there's a lot of walking outside, and so we had to keep taking elevators and looking for the elevators. So we were in an outdoor elevator, ended up getting stuck in the elevator, wouldn't move, and suddenly someone like goes to open the elevator from the outside, and they stick their hand in, and it's like a white arm, and it turns out it was Elvis. So it was an Elvis impersonator, and so he comes into the elevator with us. He manages to get it going, and then he ended up hanging out with us for probably about an hour or two, serenading us and singing songs and chatting with us. And yeah, so it was quite fun. So we got rescued by Elvis while we were in Vegas.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of times too, like when we run these workshops, I just want to say too, if you know how to snap your fingers, we can snap our fingers just for something that we enjoy hearing, kind of like poetry. So yeah, I'm gonna snap my fingers. That was awesome. Yeah, you can do a wave, a clap. Thumbs up. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. Anybody else want to share? I know Amanda's quite busy over there, but what are you thankful for over there? What are you grateful for, Amanda?
Gosh, it's so cliche to say grateful for today. But I am really grateful for today. This is actually my first year with OAFM and in the child protection mediation role as the program assistant. So thank you. And it's so nice to actually see a face to some of the names that I speak with and doing these things. It's amazing to be here. And then even having you here, Jess, and having worked with you for years and being able to have you here do these things. Seth, I know you're going to be coming up and doing a talk and a workshop later on today too. So I'm just really grateful for knowing both of you in my personal and professional lives. And having you both here to speak with everybody about what you do and run these. So that's what I'm grateful for, is just knowing really, really cool humans in my life and doing this work. So yeah.
Awesome. Anybody else want to share? Thank you so much again, Amanda, for all the opportunities and for staying connected. Let's see any thumbs up. I can quickly share, and then if I see any thumbs up, I'm super thankful for my careers. As I will be sharing my story, just with being arrested 4 times and being homeless myself. Fast forwarding to my careers, I've been in the school board for 13 years as permanent, and just working as a CYC, EA, and all of the other things that come with interacting with crisis on a daily. Shelter nowadays, I just think that collaborating with family and friends, and just being there for each other if somebody needs food in my family, or even friends if they need just a helping hand. So just I'm thankful for friends and family. And I think the self-compassion, I am reading a book right now, and it comes with a workshop. If you're interested, I can share that with you. Just send me an email. Again, all this information is on my website. But the self-compassion for me is to allow myself the time. I think I bolded in my own letters here, the time to feel and to comprehend my day. A lot of times when I come home, I'll tell my partner, like, I need time to decompress my day. I think even just leaving work and then going through the traffic and coming home, I have to have my own time to comprehend and just decompress and breathe. Also the time to enjoy my little pieces of joy. So if somebody asks of me to do this, I'm like, I'm busy, and I really am busy because I'm doing my own thing. If that's reading a book, or just honestly making my own choices, because I think as we get older, there's still that support system, but it's still nice to be that adult and still continue to make those choices for ourselves, even though it might be the wrong one. Healthy habits. My number one thing is, if I don't have enough sleep, like, I am going to be a bear to everybody. And hydration, I start getting grumpy if I'm not hydrated, especially with my water. So that's probably a goal area as well. And sometimes we're in a rush. I feel like the meals versus a snack, even if I carry around a protein bar or something, I know some of them taste like chalk, but it's better than, going through a Tim Hortons or whatnot, $27 later just for a burger. And then also, this is a big one for me, is tracking my moods. I know, like, I can feel November's coming, just by, what Susie said, reflecting off of, if I don't get enough sunshine, I don't know about everybody else, but like, that month of January was really tough. I just felt like that gray cloud, even with all the kids that I work with, we were all in a mood. So once that sun came out, it was like, okay, we're getting the vitamin D, my skin color's coming back. And so, yeah, I think just tracking my moods in different situations and why I feel a certain way. I think if we're going to somebody's house and we feel like we were just, I kind of felt like that yesterday with Susie. I stopped by there, and we were like talking about books, and she gave me a couple books I can read, and just how we feel. And I think Seth mentioned this, is just who we are giving our energy to, and why are we giving them our energy, to make that choice. Last one, this is quite the list, is scheduling in my own responsibilities. My partner and I, we just currently moved in together. We've been together almost 4 years, but we have a schedule and we follow that. So our chores, our adult chores, they get done on Saturdays. So if it's like laundry, groceries, all that stuff, but taking Sunday and scheduling in that time, if it's chair yoga, drumming, I think just going and experiencing, little pieces of joy. And I mentioned this before, because I think that we can tend to feel overwhelmed when there's so much on our plate, and that so much on our plate could be our own stuff, right? So it's just trying to schedule in stuff. Happy memory. I was picking blueberries with my dad. We lived on the reserve, and it was a really, really hot day. And I think I was about 7 or 8, and he had taken off his shirt and tucked it into his shorts because it was such a hot day. And I did the same thing. I took my shirt off, tucked it in. I just wanted to be like my dad, and we were picking blueberries, and I could feel the sun, and it was so quiet. I could hear just peace and the lake, because we lived right near the lake, and it was just You know, rest his soul. It's been almost, I think, 25 years, but I do remember that memory just being so calm, and it comes up often in my meditations. So if anybody's grieving, I just sending you a virtual hug, and just remember those lovely memories. And again, sometimes this could be triggering, but at the same time, take 2 to 5 minutes in the morning with your coffee, or 2 to 5 minutes at night, write down your thoughts. And yeah, if there's anybody else wants to share, sorry, I might have took over the mic there, but I've been doing this for 7 years every Wednesday. And if not, we can, if you find it's too personal too, I always take personal emails, triastarsontour@gmail. Sometimes people just want to share there. Feel free to drop that in. And then again, every Wednesday we do this virtually, so it's more accessible. So yeah, if there's nobody else that wants to share, I am going to pass this over to lovely Susie.
Colleen. Oh, sorry.
I
Colleen
was
said
saying,
that she
yeah,
was
I was
supposed
saying
to
I can
share.
share,
Yeah.
but I don't know if we've run out of time, so I don't want to.
Nope, we've got time. We've
Okay.
got time. Go ahead, Colleen.
So grateful. I always think about health, and I know that sounds like really big, but I feel like, you know, I've gone through some health scares over the last 20 years, and I'm really quite happy that I'm continue to be healthy enough to be able to walk in the mornings and have that time. I'm really grateful for my kids. I'm really grateful for my work. And I'm really grateful for my sister. She's both my parents have passed, and we were quite close. So I'm very grateful I still have a connection to my history and to somebody in my family. And she's really funny too, so that always helps. So the other question was, how do I define self-compassion? So I think self-compassion is allowing yourself grace. In my mind, that's how I see it. So that when I'm really hard on myself, I say, well, wait a second, the buck doesn't stop here. Calm down. You're not the center of the universe. And I know that sounds like a weird way to look at it, but when I take myself out of the center, I realize I'm part of the whole. Like it's not about me being better or running or doing. It's about us all coming together to do things. So I'm not as heavy on myself that way. And I can allow myself a little bit of compassion, a little bit of self-love, and be like, yeah, I'm just normal. Like I just made a mistake again for the 20 millionth time. So that I just being kind and humble as well, I think is really good about self-compassion. So not just kind outwardly, but kind internally as well. For as far as my healthy habits, I walk every morning. I wasn't doing that during COVID for a little bit, and I really found that it affected more my mental sort of wellness. So I've really gotten back to doing that piece. I also have like fatty liver and some other issues, so it really helps, but I love doing that. And I find the days that I don't, that my mind is not as healthy and happy. So it's really interesting, because you'd think it would be about, when I was younger anyway, it was about being fit and how I looked and all of those pieces. And now it's more about how I feel and mentally how I function and how I feel good about myself and connecting to the earth when I'm walking and watching the sun come up. Like it's really, really cool. So there's that. I do try to eat well, but that is a work in progress. So it is a healthy habit, but it's one that I think about a lot and don't do a lot. A happy memory. There's so many happy memories. They're all around you, right? If you look for those little glimmers of things, and if you can laugh at something that isn't even funny, you probably have a bit of a gift there, because if it's too heavy all the time, it just gets to be too much. And when your cup's like so full, every little drop overflows you. So I try to bring that down by making humor, especially in this line of work that we're all in, working with people. And I often say, like, we're not selling jeans, this is very different work, and it impacts us very heavily, and we need to take it very seriously. Obviously, but we can't hold all of it. So we have to kind of find a way to work our way through. And sometimes humor just really helps with that. So I can take the worst situation and make it kind of funny sometimes, just so people can have a minute of relief during some really terrible moments. But yeah, I went away this weekend with my girlfriends. We had lots and lots of laughs. We used to run marathons. Now we can barely walk down the road. So it's pretty funny to see that. And that's it for me. I'm really enjoying this. I'm good for having me.
Awesome. Thank you. Again, if you can't stop your fingers, you can do a clap as well, or a thumbs up. I went to this poetry event downtown Hamilton, and there must have been about 100 and some people, and there was half of us that were snapping our fingers for the poetry, but then there was a bunch of people that came in with sticks and they were clumping them on the floor. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna pass this over. Amanda, do you can you see any thumbs up or anything? Just I'm on my phone and I went back and forth. Is there anybody else? Good.
Nothing else that I can see.
I
Chat's
just want to
looking
thank
good
you so
too.
much for sharing, everybody, and again, Amanda, for being the moderator, and just everybody for sharing and being here and choosing this workshop. I know, again, it's free every Wednesday. I have many different people that show up. I used to have musicians that came in, and I can't compete with that live music compared to being on Zoom. But and we had quite a bit of door prizes donated by the community. We had pizza places, just so yeah, there's random door prizes that are given, and I can ship those out. Again, your chances of winning one of these hoodies that Susie and I are wearing, shipped to your door. And again, there's also Comeback Snacks popcorn. So yeah, I'm gonna pass this over to Susie because I know the mind can be wandering, so she's gonna guide us through some meditation.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me to this event. It's interesting that you talked about self-care. So even just taking a few moments of time for yourself to just do nothing, just breathe and be can make an impact on your day, and not only your day, but how it affects. Jess was talking about the lack of sleep and how that impacts her, relationships. And so your self-care is important, not just because you've got yourself to worry about, but there are other people who, have relationships with you or maybe relying on you. I know a lot of people say you can't pour from an empty cup. I say you can't teach anyone to drive if your license is expired, right? So it's the reason we do self-care is not just for ourselves. So let's just take just a few moments. That's all it's going to take. And I will ask that you can have your cameras on or off. Just find a comfortable position. So maybe you're seated in your chair or sofa, I don't know where you're at, and just get comfortable. Allow the muscles in your arms and your legs to relax, soften a bit. Eyes may be open or closed. We'll take a few moments of deep breathing, and then we're just going to focus on areas of our body, seeing if we can let go of any tension by using our breath. So we're going to take a deep inhale in through the nose, slowly sending the breath into our belly. Slow exhale through the nose or the mouth. Inhale in through the nose, sending the breath into your belly. Belly, maybe it rises. Exhale, belly lowers. Do that a few more times. Inhaling, noticing your belly rising. And as you exhale, letting go. Just a few more breaths here. We'll take one more slow, deep breath. And at the end of the exhale, we'll release the deep breathing, come back to our natural, easy breath. Maybe take a moment to notice how your body feels after just a couple of deep breaths. And now we're going to start to see if we can focus on one area of the body and let go of any tension. So we're going to focus on the muscles in the face, the muscles around your eyes that we use a lot without realizing, the muscles in your jaw and around your mouth. We're going to take a deep inhale in together through the nose. And as we slowly exhale, imagining all of the muscles in your face softening, letting go of any tension. Bringing awareness to the muscles in the back of our neck, in the front of our neck, Deep inhale in through the nose. And as we exhale, imagine those muscles softening, letting go of any effort. Bringing our awareness to the muscles in our shoulders and our upper arms, the muscles in our lower arms and our hands. Taking a deep inhale in through the nose. Slow exhale, imagining all of those muscles softening, allowing your arms to just rest on your lap or the arms of the chair. Let's start to bring our focus to the muscles around our chest and our upper back, going down to our diaphragm and the middle back, the muscles around the lower belly and the lower back. Deep inhale, even slower exhale, just imagining all those muscles softening, maybe sinking a little deeper into your chair. Bringing awareness to the muscles around your hips. Taking a deep inhale. Exhaling, imagining all of the muscles softening, letting go of any tension we're holding on to. We'll bring awareness to the muscles in our upper legs, the muscles in our lower legs, and our feet. Deep inhale. Slow exhale, softening the muscles, letting go of any muscular effort. Inhaling. And as we exhale, seeing if we can soften a little more. Inhaling. And exhaling, seeing if we can let go a little more. We'll do a couple of more breaths here. Inhaling and letting go on the exhale. Take a moment here and just notice how your body feels. When you're ready, slowly move the fingers or toes. Maybe slowly open your eyes. Take one deep inhale in and one last exhale out, maybe sighing it out. Just take a moment again to notice how your body and breath feels. And if you feel more relaxed, more restored, that's because you did that through your body, through your breath work. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much. That was amazing. Moments like this, I just ask, just because in the beginning, we rated ourselves between 1 and 10 on how we felt. And if I can just get everybody to put between 1 and 10, 10 being the greatest, how you feel, and just recognize that number. If it stayed the same, that's okay. If it bumped up a little bit, if you went from like a 6 to a 7, I know some of us were tired, but maybe we're just relaxed now. So yeah, just rate yourself. And I think this is a really good remedy to utilize on ourselves. And also I challenge you, how many times do we ask our friends or family, how you doing? Good. Yeah, you. Okay, cool. But ask your friends or family, how you doing on 1 out of 10? Spark that conversation on like why you feel that number and reflect off of each other and see if you can support each other or, yeah, just going back to those healthy habits. I just want to close this up with a thank you so much to Amanda for the opportunities and everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I also like to encourage like self hugs. So if you haven't had a hug for a while from somebody, just give yourself a butterfly hug. I do this a lot with the kids at school. I know it's a little awkward sometimes, but feel free to give yourself a self hug. Yeah, pass it back over to Amanda to close up. And thank you for being here.
My gosh, there's all the gratitude again. Thank you very much, Jess and Susie. I am feeling so much more relaxed and breathing and excited for all of this. So thank you very much for sharing that, Susie. You have a very calming tone to your voice. Wow, that was amazing. I'm not sure if anyone who hasn't turned on their camera is just falling asleep, but I hope you have a very good nap because we are literally going into lunch. So you'll be able to just now go into lunch and relax and just enjoy. And just these were really, really wonderful questions to just ask and check in with ourselves. And I think that they're really important with the people that we work with, our friends or family, the clientele like that we have, and asking these questions, right? And they're just simple. And I think that I like how you said there, instead of that casual, hey, how are you? Asking something a little bit more detailed and actually listening and being ready for that response. So yeah, this was wonderful. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I was just going to say there are books out there that and again you can reach out to me through email. Books on self-compassion, one that I'm reading right now, it comes with a workbook. There's also 365 days, journal prompts, all those books. Sometimes on Facebook Marketplace, sometimes you can swap it up or check out the library. But somebody who's experienced a lot of like trauma, these books have helped me. And there's a lot of even just with barriers of technology. There's also like audiobooks and stuff like that you can download. So reach out to me anytime. I'm here for free support.
That's wonderful. I was just looking for that book. I'm like, that's got to be here. It's probably on my bedside table. So it's nice. We're all reading the same things. Thank you very much. Okay, so with the last few minutes, did we want how like the door prizes and things like that? Did we want to go back to look for that and how?
Yeah, so what we could do is, Amanda, do you have everybody's email that's in this room? We could even just do a spin. Seth, don't you have one for you have one of those spin things. Do we have 5 minutes to do that?
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, Seth, do you mind doing a spin? Not to put Seth on the spot. I don't even know what it's called. Like he does these like spin things. So if is everybody comfortable with being in the draw? Just we're all good. Okay. Anybody from Hamilton?
I was like, this is province. I'm like, everybody, where is everybody coming in
Where
from?
are
Because
you?
this is all over the place. Even some people, this was not even just Ontario. Some people I've heard of joining from out east that were registering. And my gosh, it's just incredible.
Maybe we can
Gracie,
drop
this
in the
is not going
chats.
to be Ontario. It's going to be Canada wide.
Yeah, maybe in the chats we can just drop where everybody's from. St.
Okay.
Thomas. Okay.
Timmins, oh my gosh. Parkland, Windsor, Shelburne. County Shore. Oh, wow.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, I'm originally from North Bay, so I know the Northern Ontario. I actually had the opportunity 2 summers ago. I drove right across Canada. I'll never do it again. all the way from Hamilton all the way to Vancouver. I even like went on to different islands and just drove all over the place for 60 days. It was I'll just fly next time. So yeah. Seth, yeah, if you have a spin, we can just add people's names and then we'll do a spinny. And then from there,
do this spin.
whoever the winner is, they can just email me and say I was the announced winner, and then I will mail that out to you. Usually takes about 7 days. I know Vancouver, it took 9 days to get there, but it's a very comfy hoodie, right, Susie?
So there's 10 participants right now, right?
Yeah, don't put me in there.
Okay, hang on.
Susie's probably good too. Susie, are you good?
8.
Can I ask you if you put your email back in the chat? I'm sorry if I missed it. If it's up higher, I apologize, Jessica.
Yeah, no worries. In the chat's here.
I know you can't see my screen because I'm not sharing my screen, but Chelsea is the winner.
Some.
No.
Chelsea is the winner.
Oh, I'm excited. Thank you.
My phone, I have to like flip all over. Okay, so Chelsea, my email is in the chats. If you want to just email me when you can and just say, hi, it's Chelsea, the winner. And if you're okay with me mailing that out to your doorstep from my designer. And yeah, you'll have some, we also have a second door prize. Seth, did you keep that?
Yep, hang on.
Okay. So it's some comeback snacks popcorn. Connect with Emily O'Brien. She's got popcorn all over Canada. She is she titles herself as an ex-con, and she developed this popcorn business while she was doing some prison time. And now again, yeah, she's successful at trying to change different criterias for individuals coming out of incarceration.
Second winner is Tina.
Oh, nice. Awesome. So Tina, we'll mail that out to your doorstep if you want to just email me and say that I'm the second winner, and we'll mail that out to your doorstep.
Okay, thanks.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Thanks again,
So
everybody,
great.
for participating.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've just dropped in the chat there the main room so you can go back to if anyone's looking for that. But right now it's lunch hour, so we're going to be in there. We'll keep the main room open all day, but pop back in, and then Jess, you're actually going to be kicking us off after lunch again too, which is amazing. So that's how we'll be starting back up, and that'll be at 12:45.
Yep. Awesome. All right. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.